Going live.
We are live.
We're live. All right.
Wonder who's going to be first
Here
this
we go.
time. We are live.
We're live. All right, let's see if we can keep the chat going there. So I'm making a quick video in support of Jeffrey KomiKHAN Henson. If you haven't heard of him, check out his channel. He also did a great live stream with Bueller, very entertaining. This was a couple weeks ago. I'm sorry, my allergies are going because the wind was been crazy here in Southern California today. So I am just ready for medication or something. I'm trying to fight off a major bout of sneezing. So he asked us to do two things. One of them was pretty straightforward. Your 5 favorite comic book characters, heroes, villains, just 5 favorite characters. So we'll zip through that real quick. It shouldn't take much time. The first one that came to mind for me was Daredevil. I really love Daredevil. He's just such an original character. Kate, what's your number 1?
Cyclops.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Cyclops.
Cyclops, good character. And I cheated on mine because I just wrote X-Men as my number 2, like the whole team. It's a cheat, but I'm gonna stick with it. That's my cheat. What's your number 2?
Loki.
Loki, you went with a villain. Smart move. Great character. My villain sneak is Dr. Doom. Oh. I love Dr. Doom. I think he's really cool. So that's my number 3. What's your number 3?
Sue Storm. Sue
Storm, Fantastic Four. Hey, she's always hanging with Dr. Doom, right? That works. My number 4 is Savage Dragon. Love the Savage Dragon. Talking about him a lot, so he's definitely on there. Darwin, good to see you, man. How's it going? What's your number 4?
I have a cheat.
No, you don't. What is it?
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, you are a cheater, just like your dad. That's where you lost to learned it. So the Guardians. You wrote, well, she's your favorite of them. Okay. My number 5 would be Batman. The Dark Knight. I've always really loved that character, and got to have some DC love on here. Okay. Last one?
Scarlet Witch.
Ooh, Scarlet Witch. Good one. Okay. So there's our 5 each of those. Next, the other part of his discussion, which I found much more interesting, the most interesting part, I'm sorry for my allergies again, is pick the book that is in your collection that is the most sentimental, right? That one that means the most to you. And for me, it took a little while because I really had to think through that one book. And it's funny because Kate and I picked 2 books that are very similar in some ways. So the book I picked is the Uncanny X-Men, or before they were the Uncanny X-Men, X-Men 94. This is the sort of first appearance of the new X-Men team in the storyline of X-Men, outside of the giant-sized X-Men number 1. I picked this book because as an adult, it was the first real book that I bought off of eBay. It was the first time I bought a Grail for myself. I spent a fair amount of money at the time, what I thought was a fair amount of money. I still spent less than $100 for this. I want to say maybe less than $80. It's got a couple issues. It's got a crease that's there. You can see that pretty easily. It runs from here all the way through down to the bottom here. So somebody, creased it at some point, and it's got some dings, some spine ticks going along there. But other than that, it's a really good copy, really brightly colored, no huge cornered, pieces, no Marvel chipping or any of that kind of stuff. So that would be the book that's most sentimental to me. It's sort of like my first adult comic purchase, that first big Grail that I knew I wanted, this and giant-sized X-Men, but I couldn't afford that at the time. And this was the book that I bought. So I'm very sentimental about it. It just means a lot to me. It's my favorite those are my X-Men characters, my team. So that would be the book. Kate, what is your most sentimental choice?
I chose my oldest, so that's why it's so messed up. One of my first comics was Richie Rich, and Calvin and Hobbes was another one.
Oh, the comic strip.
That started me on like comics.
Sure.
So
you went with one of the first comics you ever got as well, the same way. This is a Richie Rich gem, and obviously it's been loved. It's seen a lot of love, a lot of wear and tear. But what do you like about Richie Rich?
It's just he doesn't know he's like spoiled rotten, and he doesn't act like he's spoiled rotten. He's very nice. He gives a lot of his money to like presents for other people and stuff. So that's good. But there are like some people in it, they're just so funny. Like the corny joke on the front is pretty funny.
What is it? You got to read it to us because it's looking backwards to me.
Wow, Richie, your mom sure can demonstrate her jewels.
Ha ha.
So there's a bunch of like corny humor and stuff.
Nicholas, Steve Waterman, good to see you guys. Nicholas says his wife bought him the Wolverine versus Sabretooth storyline unknowingly, and that meant a whole lot. Wow, that is a sweet gift. And I will say this year for birthday and Father's Day and all that stuff, my wife gave me the permission to kind of check off a few grails. So I count those as gifts from her to me. That giant size X-Men is from her to me in a big way. And the death of Gwen Stacy storyline and Spider-Man that I got, all of that is kind of her way of allowing me to kind of get those grails I've always wanted and saying, yeah, this is you deserve this. You should have this. Whereas this one was me saying that to myself, like, you deserve this. You should enjoy that book. So that's the sentimental pick. I do love Jeffrey's contest. I'm really enjoying the idea of a sentimental book because it's not always going to be that big grail. It's not that necessarily that X-Men or that Incredible Hulk 181 or something. It's kind of fun to see those books that really mean a lot of stuff. Yeah, the permission to when you come to spending all that money, you definitely want to be clear with your spouse. Like, this is a big purchase. Generally, I feel like anything over $100 deserves a conversation, if nothing else. Just a little like, hey, I'm doing this, just so you know. So that's my family attitude for sure. So check out Jeffrey KomiKHAN Henson's channel. He's got some good videos. He's a really good guy. Another Southern California or Central California guy. Got to give a lot of love and respect to that. And have a nice night, everybody. Hope that you make a video for him too, and I can check out your sentimental favorites. And hit like, subscribe, leave us a comment about books that you really love that are sentimental favorites for you. Night.
Bye.